Today, we are going to talk about Communicating Professionally by Shiloh Galenius. Communicating professionally refers to the spoken, written, visual, and digital forms of information in the workplace. Most problems in an organization come from poor communication. Effective communication delivers effective ideas, facts, decisions, and advice. Why is communication important? Communication can make or break a company. If there is a lack of it, problems would take control. Everyone needs to be on the same page to work efficiently. Failing to communicate in a professional way could mean disaster. If the writer of a report fails to introduce their call to action or findings, the company could miss something important. Two examples of bad communication are Nokia and Yahoo. Remember when Nokia was one of the most popular phone companies? They lost their competitive edge after lacking communication. They focused on strategies instead of plans to bring new phones to the market. The lack of professional communication within the company led to their downfall. In 2013, Yahoo released a memo requiring all employees to work at an office. This was a big change for many employees. They made a big change without giving a clear reason. Yahoo's reasoning was for everyone to participate in Yahoo's culture. Many employees thought there was a secret motive, and it led to a decreased employee morale. Why do we need to communicate professionally? Well, others will be more open to you and your ideas if you sound professional. This can help you land internships, jobs, promotions, and give you a good image. This includes speaking through emails, messages, phone calls, and in person. These general rules of thumb will help you sound professional. Don't use unnecessary words. If you don't need a word, cut it out. Use plain English. To do that, keep your sentences short and to the point. You will communicate clearly if you say what you mean in plain English. Be specific in your writing. Don't go into a long explanation. It will make your point sound washed out. You should also add a clear call to action. It gives your writing a purpose. Use strong verbs. Don't bore your audience with dull language. The audience will be more receptive to your point and your call to action if you use strong language. Here are some recommendations for plain English in your documents. We read from left to right and top to bottom, so put important things at the top left. We unintentionally expect a classical format, so use classical structure in your argument. We cannot handle too many ideas at once. Chunk your ideas in short sentences and paragraphs. Use strong verbs and positive words. You don't want to bore your readers with zombie language by using negative words or normalizations. Use an active voice. If your document sounds passive, it is more likely to put readers to sleep instead of calling them to action. Do not use complicated words. We like easy reading. Confusing words will deter the reader's attention from your point. Using these recommendations, you can effectively communicate ideas. Here is an example of a professional memorandum. Notice how the important information is organized on the top left. Things such as the date, who the memo is to, who it's from, and the subject of the memo. The first paragraph introduces a clear call to action. Instead of the memo being organized in one big paragraph, it's separated into small chunks. This makes it easier to read. The memo also follows a classical format with an introduction, a body, and a conclusion. The overall tone of the document uses an active voice. This is a good example of how you should format your own professional documents. The conclusion is that we must professionally communicate at our jobs. It can prevent problems from arising and resolve existing ones. If we all communicate effectively, it not only benefits you, but the organization you work for. It makes everyone's life a little bit easier.